Hey everybody, this is Doa. Guess what? It's time for another One Piece box opening video because a new expansion is out. That's right. Emperors in the New World has been released. I've got 3 boxes here. I'm hoping to pull a lot of Shanks related things because that's the leader I'd like to play. Before we get started though, I gotta shout out my sponsor. Thank you to Lost Planet for sponsoring this video. All their info is down below in the description. They have a great store in Torrance, California, filled with all sorts of hobby stuff, card game stuff, a great staff, and plenty of space to play games. So go check them out. Thanks again to Lost Planet for sponsoring this video. But let's get into it. Which box should I open first? I'm just gonna go right up the middle. We're gonna do this one first. We're gonna set the other 2 aside here. And we're gonna get out the trusty Doa knife, which I do need to sharpen this thing. It's a little bit. I've not maintained this knife as well as I should have. It's got a little bit of rust on the blade even, but you know, I'll get it taken care of. It's always good to have a decent knife around, you know. I like to go hiking and sometimes camping. Although I'm not as big of a fan of camping, but I do like hiking and stuff. And you never know when you're gonna need to cut through something or use it to you know, pry something loose or something. So I don't know. That's my speech on knives. You can't carry it with you everywhere, but it's nice when you're in the outdoors. All right, here we go. Oh, and we also have to get some clear sleeves just in case we pull something big, like a manga Gold D. Roger. I would love that to happen, but I'm not super confident that's gonna happen. We'll see. We'll see if we get lucky here. But yeah, let's get started. This expansion is really interesting. I was just over on Eggman's stream, actually, playing the OP09 leaders. I played Buggy, Shanks, and Robin. And Robin's the other one that's really interesting to me because I like yellow in general in this game, and I also, I'm kind of a fan of purple. But just the ability to do some life manipulation with ramp, her banish ability is really interesting. I don't think she's necessarily tier 1 right now, but I think she's worth thinking about. So, Gap Gecko Moria. Bonk Punch, Monster, Bella Betty. You know, I think the Bella Betty decks, the Revolutionary Army decks, seem like they're going to be pretty strong aggro this set here. We will see. There's a Buggy. Hey, there's Buggy support. Mr. 3. All right, I'm going to move over. I'm still kind of working a little bit with my with my pack opening setup. There we go. Let me know if you have any suggestions. We've got, yeah, Mr. 3 there. I need a blue spot. Here we go. My box is kind of in the way, actually. Let's put the blue over here. There we go. And we got Trafalgar Law, and we've got the Dawn. All right. Here's our Shanks Dawn for the set there. Cool. I think it's like, what, 2 Dawn per box or something like that? So it's fun. Yeah, really hoping for SR Shanks, really hoping for Gold D. Roger. Stuff like Ben Beckman, things like that. Did I do 2 red stacks? I did. I'm sure everyone was like, when is he going to notice? Where's purple then? I didn't have a purple stack. I'm still waking up, all right? There we go. Vasco shot. Now, obviously, a lot of people are very excited about Teach this set, and for good reason. I think Teach is an extremely strong leader. But at the same time, I just don't really like his ability. I mean, it just seems so anti-fun to me, you know? Red Hair Pirate Searcher, that's good, right? Yeah, that's right. Because just like turning off a part of the game it's not the kind of mechanic I really like to see in card games that much. So I'm kind of a little bit anti-Teach just from like that standpoint too. That said, he's obviously a strong leader, and he's obviously a leader you need to be aware of and need to take into account when you're playing the game. More Egghead stuff. I do play a lot of Vegapunk. This Sanji, I'm not sure if it's going to get in there. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you do get a life back when you trigger it. So it is nice sustain. Then trash 2 cards in your hand. I mean, you have a lot of ways to bring things back from the trash with Vegapunk. And but this is a card I'm a little bit more excited about in terms of playing the control Vegapunk. The Brook, you get the ESO ability basically, where or Isho ability where if your opponent has 6 or more cards in hand, they have to trash 2 of them. So that is a little bit more palatable, I would say, as far as what to maybe try in the control deck. Although, you know, I don't like the trashing stuff with Sanji, but I might give it a shot. We'll see. My air begins. And we have a Don Quixote do Flamingo. All right. Lim seems like an interesting leader too, but she doesn't seem like she has enough support quite yet. So we'll see where that all ends up eventually. Kabaji, there's your buggy support. Doc Q, super good. There's Teach. All right. I mean, Doc Q is good for Teach, right? Crocodile. I'm getting all the buggy cards so far. The game wants me to play buggy, but I think I played enough buggy last night. Although, or Wednesday night rather. Although I did have a really fun moment with the buggy versus Teach game that we played, where he activated Teach's ability, and then I was able to just play a 12 power buggy with no downside, or a 12k power buggy with no downside, because I didn't have to worry about the when played, so I didn't have to have 5Ks out. There's Nico Robin. Lucky Roo. Need that for the Shanks deck. And there's Lafitte. At least I think you run Lucky Roo in the Shanks deck. You should. I would imagine you do. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of funny. I thought maybe I had it. It was actually pretty close. Buggy almost took down Teach in our match. But it wasn't quite enough. More Revolutionary Army support. There's a Robin. All right. Another Doc Q. Oh man, the thing is like if I get like a ton of Teach stuff, if I get like all the Teach stuff, I'll probably just play it, you know. I mean, it's a deck that as a caster for the game, like you kind of should get reps in on all the big decks. There's a full of lead. So, I mean, all right. If Teach comes to me, I'll play Teach. But like I said, I'm kind of like I have a natural affinity against those types of abilities in games. There we go. And it's our first 12k buggy there. No SR so far except for the Crocodile, I think. Just realized I didn't put that in a separate pile. There we go. We need our SR pile. Buggy SRs are kind of the last SRs I want to get with this. Apparently someone was telling me the Manga Gold Roger is like 8k right now. Is it's extra rare? Like that's kind of interesting. There's Yasop. I don't think Yasop goes in Shanks as a Van Hogger. We're getting the Teach stuff. But it's only box 1. I think I see another little SR in the back here. But yeah, supposedly the Manga Gold Roger is like rarer than the regular mangas that are already rare, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that is. Lime Juice. Alvita. Buggy. Hey, there we go. There's a Silver Israeli. We need that. And there's a SR Lim. All right. SR Lim. I can already tell I'm going to have to like move my setup around for box number 2. Because I'm having to reach too far to put the blue cards there. I was recording things on my phone recently, but lately my phone has done this thing where when I'm recording a long video, it'll just stop recording randomly. And it's not out of storage, anything like that. It's not overheating. So I'm kind of confused. I had people like asking, is this like a screen grab from the game? And it kind of looks like it. I don't know. SR Adio. All right, more limb support. We'll see if he can get non-limb, non-buggy SRs. We're so far we've only gotten SRs for the 2 weakest leaders in the set. But hey, maybe we're just gonna keep playing off meta, right? I mean, that's kind of what I do. It's kind of my thing. There's Emoji. Emoji feels kind of sad in buggy too because you don't really want to play the Richie. There's a Yasop. Hey, there's a Altart Frankie. All right, that's cool. That's neat. Altart Frankie. This does show up in the Black Purple Luffy list that I've been seeing so far. And it does have the nice trash 1 draw too, with the Don -2, and then of course with the new Luffy leader, when you Don -2, you get it both back. You get an active and arrested back. So cool pull. That's a alt art SR. We'll put that in a. I think we'll put that in a clear sleeve. And I'm not totally opposed to playing the black purple Luffy too. That and Nico Robin feel like the tier 1.5 leaders, if I can use Eggman's tier list terminology for that, which I agree with. All right. Peachbeard. I'm not this far in the series. Who is Peachbeard? Who is Peachbeard? It says Momo on his belt. What the heck? I mean, his beard does look a little bit peach colored, I guess. One Piece is weird. I just passed the time skip. That's where I'm at right now. Hey, Tony Chopper. It's too bad it's not red or green. There's another Lucky Roo. Hey, there we go. All right, there's a SR Ben Beckman. Definitely need that for the Shanks deck. It's good to see. On play, trash up to one of your opponent's characters with 6k power or less. Great card. So, all right. There's our first Shanks support card. Nice. At some point, we need to pull the leader, too. Yeah, Shanks just looks like a fun, relatively high-skilled control deck. I played like a lot of black control. You know, I played the Lucci. I played the Sakazuki back when that was big. Buggy. There's more Buggy support. We got the Mihawk. All right. It's a blocker, then draw 2, trash 1 on play. So it's a good blocker, 6 or 7k. And I mean, you play him for 5 with Buggy, right? You rest 5 Don, play a cross-skilled character from your hand. You do have to trash a card from your hand too, though. So that's what makes Buggy really tough to play with, is that you have to like include just draw stuff too, because you go so hand negative with it. Like, I like Buggy in concept, but there's just not enough support yet, it seems like. There's Lim. There's a Uta. Some people are running Uta in the Shanks deck just because you can. It's a searcher, right? She's not a 2K though, and so I don't know. I don't know if you need the searching, but I'm kind of, after playing some Shanks last night, after playing the lists I played and feeling that it got a little bit bricky from time to time, I kind of wouldn't mind to have some extra searching in there just to filter the draws a little bit more. So I think when I build Shanks, I might try Uta in there. Bonk Punch. That's a person. Nobody hurts a friend of mine. Vita, Wire. Hey, there's our Luffy leader. This is a neat leader too, by the way. It's not neat as far as me as a Vegapunk player goes. It's not neat from that perspective at all, because it says all your characters get +1 cost. That makes Nami and Rocket Luffy very hard to use. It does say on your turn, once per turn, when 2 or more Don cards on your field are returned to your Don deck, add up to 1 Don from your Don deck and set it as active, and add up to 1 and set it as rested. So you get 2 Don back when you go -2 Don. So that's great. And then the +1, I mean, the +1 cost for your character is just such an amazing little add-on. Another Uta and another Van Augur. Okay, 2 good rares. So I don't know if Luffy's going to be like top tier, but I think there's definitely some strong list potential in there. Heat, Sanchi, and Penguin. There's a Marco. Bonk Punch. Another Monkey D. Luffy. Odyssey Monkey D. Luffy. All right. Jesus Burgess. That's another Teach one for sure. That's a scary Teach card. And then the Koala Revolutionary Army blocker for our rares. All right, so we got 1 alt art so far. So most boxes, you get like an alt art and you get a, secret rare or a alt leader or something like that. Hoping for the alt art leader, just because, I mean, I'm usually a minimum rarity gamer, but the only ones I really care about are the alt art leaders, because, then you get to have them out all the time. Hey, it's Shanks. Hey, it's Zoro. All right. And it is Gum Gum Giant. All right, so some black purple Luffy support. Cool. So if it's a secret rare, I definitely would prefer the Gold D Roger, of course. And if it is a leader, I'll take the Shanks. But I mean, I have the curse of like if I pull an alternate leader, I just have to build a deck. Hence me playing Tony Chopper. Although I did pull the Alt-Art Reiju when I got back into the game after taking a little bit off. Hey, look at that! There's another Alt-Art SR Aido or Adio. All right, so Lim Alt-Art support. Probably trading fodder here. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. But that's probably our two big pulls of the box. Now just looking for more support here. You know, it is scary with Buggy to play the 7K DOS Bones when you do the ability. Because that is a 7K that comes up for 5. That's not bad. All right, already have that. And we got a Mr. 3 and another Zorro. I see another SR. What is it? Okay. Brook. I'm looking forward to trying the Brook in the Egghead deck. If nothing else, he's another you know, he's another 6K at least. This is Nico Robin that you need for the Nico Robin deck. And we have a Sanji. Okay. Nice. This is a good Sanji too. You may return one Don deck to your Don field. You get it back, obviously. If you use the Luffy ability. If you don't, that's fine. And you get Rush. Characters with and then rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less. So yeah, I think a really good SR just in general. I'll probably put it, if I build Robin, I'd probably put it in the Robin deck. I think. But it can also obviously go in a lot of purple stuff. I mean, it's Straw Hat, so, you know, you've got the Luffy angle and everything too. Karasu. Man, red Karasu still gives me nightmares. There's Buggy. There's a Sabo. And a Doc Q. Okay. We're getting a lot of Doc Qs. I mean, 4 Doc Q is mandatory for the Teach. That's where a lot of your early game removal comes from. And even a little bit of your late game removal, too, if they don't take care of it. I was talking about being a minimum rarity gamer, but with decks that I just really like Reiju, for instance, because it's just fun to play the Power Rangers. With decks like that, I've started to slowly, like, if I can pick it up for cheap, you know, which a lot of the off-meta stuff you can, I've been doing that. So I've been picking up a lot of the sparkly cards from the best for that deck, and I've been picking up a couple alt-arts here and there when I can. As long as I've already got everything I need for the other decks I'm playing at the moment. All right. There's that and Kuzan. I haven't read this Kuzan yet. Place one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 less at the top or bottom of your opponent's life. Face up. Your opponent transfers 1 card from their hand. Oh, okay. That's kind of neat, actually. It's the Navy trait makes it a little bit, I feel like a little bit awkward. It's interesting, though. Richie, who just doesn't get played because Richie just isn't good. I mean, it's a blocker, right? But, and I see why they made it a blocker, right? Just a cheap blocker. Because it's like, well, you want to sustain. There's our teach. You want to sustain until you get to the point in the game where you can start to comfortably play out a lot of your 5 costs and stuff. There's a Silver Rayleigh, good for Shanks, of course. And there is a Derishishi. All right, well, there's box number 1. Our big pulls, biggish pulls. I mean, well, you know, the rarity-wise pulls are 2 alt-arts. Alt-art Frankie, not bad. Alt-art Audio, I don't know if this has a ton of use unless you're playing Lim, so there's that. So I'm probably going to trade those away, but that is box 1. All right, here we are for box number 2 of Emperors in the New World. And, yeah, still looking for Shanks support. This is going to be one of those videos where I say that, like, every pack, and then one Ben Beckman is all I get. All right, pack number 1. Let's see what we get. Just throwing things on the ground. All right. We're changing the order a little bit to make it easier for me. Don't have to like bend way over. Captain Kidd. All right, we got the buggy support. I am going to end up, watch. I'm going to end up pulling the alt art buggy, and I'm going to end up just like trying to force buggy for the next 3 months. I feel like the alt art leaders, for me anyway, the average seems like 1 in every 3, 1 in every 4 boxes or so. The feet, hey, our first SR, it's going to be a Dracul Mihawk. Buggy supportin'. Scoot this down a little bit. Changing the configuration. Oh, that pack didn't open well at all. All right. I still have no idea who Peachbeard is. You know, I kind of accept that by, you know, playing the game, I am kind of just getting spoiled on a lot of things. There's our Don. And I don't really care that much, you know. But it just makes me wonder. When I see cards in the game, I'm like, who is that? And what role do they have to play in the series? And then they pop up. I'm like the Leonardo DiCaprio gif. I'm like, I know that guy. Tony Chopper. And Sabo. And whoa, okay. Check that out. Insane. Secret alt art rare. The 8 cost Don Quixote do Flamingo. Opponent's turn, if this character is rested, your active character with a base cost of 5 cannot be KO'd by effects. And then you may rest this character, play up to 1 green character card with cost of 5 from your hand. Wow. Check that out. All right. That is a beautiful card. Yeah. Here, let me actually, this is going to look bad, but it'll let me hold it up so you can see it better. Oh no, my green screen cam is on. Hold on. Wait. This is how the sausage is made. There, all right. We'll turn off the green screen filter so you can actually see the card. There we go. Oh, wow. They do an awesome job with these sort of like throwback rarity cards. That is a beautiful card. But hopefully something that will get me a lot of other cards I need for actual decks. So there you go. All right. Back to the pack opening. Oh, now I have to turn the filter on again. There. Boom. There we go. Green screen magic. Definitely putting that in a sleeve here. That is a big pull rarity-wise. All right. Very cool. Never going to put it in a deck, but it is always fun to pull those really beautiful alt arts. And let's see, Black Hole. I think it's my 4th Doc Q, so I've got 4 Doc Qs. Hey, and we've got a second SR limb as well. Hooray. Hooray. Here, we can just do this. Don't make me play limb, universe. I don't want it. Okay, Crocodile, and we got a Buggy. Okay, 10 cost Buggy, and hey, we got another Sabo. Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, I do like this Sabo. I think it's going to be usable for sure. In some lists. I am really tempted to build the Betty deck, but I already play enough aggro that I feel like I should diversify, you know? That's why I'm kind of thinking Shanks. Stylistically diversify. Don Quixote Doflamingo and Yasop. So I haven't seen Yasop in a lot of Shanks lists. You get plus, you make Shanks a 6k, which is not bad at all. And then Don +1 when attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 1,000 power. Okay, so he kind of just really augments Shanks's normal ability, but then he also gives you that little 1k buff. That's actually not too bad. I mean, he's a 5 cost. So, there might be other stuff you'd rather play during that turn. So, I might try it, but I can see why he's not in a lot of lists. Gum Gum, Quattro, Jet, Cross, Shock, Bazooka. Who's on? Sanji, Heat, Brook. Oh, no. Brook, Nico, Robin. That goes there. Okay, and we got Nami, and we got a Law. This Law seems to be useful for the new Luffy deck. Let me just move this light over here. Give a little bit more light to the cards. There we go. That's better. I was pressed down on this side, so it's just easier to rip, Usually it works pretty well. Jozu. We got another SR bag there, I think. Crocodile. All right. There's a Kuzan rare. Hey, another Ben Beckman. Nice. Okay. Cool. I think we do need 4 of those for the Shanks deck. It's just really good removal. It's a 7k. I think you run 4. Pretty standard, it seems like, with Shanks. That is good. We'll definitely take it. Kabaji. And My Era Begins. Yeah, that's an interesting searcher. And then Professor Clover. I know this is Robin support, but it's leader Nico Robin. Top 3 cards, reveal to 1 card trigger. Oh, it's a trigger searcher. Okay. Interesting. And the fact that it's just, it's not, it's a search for a trigger and not any specific other trait. So that can kind of mean interesting options, I think. Okay. I had to scoot up. I was bumping the... Wire Law. There's our Luffy leader. There's Don Quixote Doflamingo and more buggy support. Maybe I'm just like, keenly aware of the buggy support, I mean, don't get me wrong. The buggy deck as it exists right now is a fun deck to play. You will probably have fun playing buggy. There he is. There's buggy. We'll just read buggy because I'm talking about it so much. Activate main. You may rest 5 of your Dawn cards and trash 1 card from your hand. Play up to 1 cross-skilled type character from your hand. So you just get to cheat out a lot of stuff. Lucky Roo. Nice. You get to cheat out stuff. And that can sometimes be fun, And I think into Teach it is a little bit scary for them. Because if you have that 12k in your hand, they're going to be like, oh, I just gave them a free 12k. All right, there's that. Hey, there we go. Got 1 Gold D. Roger. Nice. Got the secret rare. Always a good thing. You do need at least 1 of these for the Shanks deck. It's got Rush and the crazy ability, like when your opponent activates Blocker, if either you or your opponent has 0 life cards, you win the game. I do like that we have, the most, perhaps, the only character in One Piece who equals the fame of, if not maybe even exceeds a little bit in the universe of Monkey D. Luffy is Gold D. Roger. So I like that they just straight up give him a win the game ability. That is cool. So you are not activating Blocker with Gold D. Roger on. So that's great. That is one of the ones I really wanted to pull. And I've seen some lists use 2. I've seen some lists use 1. I think I would probably run 2. Because he is just a 10. He's just a 13K with rush, if nothing else, right? So hard to go wrong with that. And then just to have that potentially just win the game ability is pretty nice too. There's another Jesus Burgess. But yeah, that Roger is definitely one of the ones I really wanted to pull from the set. So that is good. And the alt art leaders are nice and all that, of course, but ultimately they aren't the cards you need to make a deck, you know. .Q and okay, and here's that Frankie from earlier. This is the non-alt version of the Frankie. SR. Another pack. We're getting towards the end of box number 2. Definitely a more exciting box than box number 1. Getting a little bit more support for things that we're looking for. So that is good. Speaking of support, well, there's Van Auger. Like I said, we're not really looking for teach stuff, but it is a strong deck, so I'm sure I'm going to be building it at some point. The only thing with teach is that like I don't have any Laboons, or at least I did have Laboons, and then American Airlines stole them. So without Laboons, I think it's difficult because like. Sure, you could play Kuzan, but you know, then he has to live for a turn and you don't get the draw from him because you have no on-plaids. So, you know, if you're looking for a similar effect is what I'm saying. The -4 cost. But that would just be sad. Yassup. Hey, check it out. Alt art Perona. Nice. So this is a above rate box, right? We've got the super secret alt art, we've got the secret rare, and we've got another alt art Perona here. Not bad. Yeah. It's a Dracula Mihawk or a Thriller Bark Pirates Searcher. So I would imagine this would just go in the Perona deck. Which that deck, it was never like big enough for me to really build it and give it a try, you know? So I never really got around to that. But it looked like a fun kind of mix of removal and then, you know, green shenanigans too. Resting things and all that. Just wondering what keeps... There's a Louis Rowe. Lucky Roo. Louis Rowe. I'm just wondering what keeps bumping the camera. It's just me moving. I'm not touching it. Is it an earthquake? No. Oh, Professor Clover, you go there. Another Buggy, another Uta, and another Gum Gum Quattro Jet Cross Shock Bazooka. Which, this, yeah, I mean, this art is weird. It does really look like it's from a low-res game. That is strange. It really does. I mean, if you look at it in person and all that, you can see the geometry of the character models. So that is a bit odd of an art choice. Is that ability like only in that game or something? I haven't played any One Piece video games. Oh, that goes here. All right. Lime juice. What do we get? We got another Buggy and hey, All right, we got the Teach SR. There we go. We hadn't gotten any Teach SRs yet. No Shanks, no Teach. The first one to get is Teach. Is the world telling me to play Teach after all? I've played like, you know, I feel like once you've played a black deck with a lot of, you know, minus cost and removal, you've kind of played all the black decks with minus cost and removal. And if you really like that play style, then I guess, you know, it's fun to play whatever the new sort of iteration of that in the meta is. But I feel like I need a break from it, you know? Like I said, I played a lot of Sakazuki, played some Starter 14 Luffy, I played some Rob Lucci, I played some, what else? That's about it, really. Although I really did like the old Rob Lucci leader with the, when you got to attack twice, you could restand him by trashing some cards. That was a fun deck to play. It felt very different because you had to kind of really try to set up your kills, you know? Silver's Rayleigh. And we have another SR Adio. I have like 3 of those. And that is box 2. That's box 2. All right. So, box 2 is pretty good, actually. We got a Goldie Roger. We got a Don Quixote Do Rocinante. My brain just wants to say Do Flamingo. And we got a lot of SRs, actually. We got Altart Perona. We got a Teach. We got a Ben Beckman. We got a Sanji. So, pretty great box 2, actually. Not bad. All right. Moving on to box number 3. Here we are for the final box of the video. Box number 3. We'll see what we get. I think we've gotten a good amount of stuff so far. As far as playable things, some good trading fodder, which is kind of everything you want, you know, out of your box opening. A little bit of what you're looking for, a little bit of what you can trade for what you're looking for. And just a good time, too, you know. We've had some fun pulls. And we'll see if we can finish out strong here. You know, we'll just get that Goldie Roger manga, right? I know people that have been playing this game for like years and they've still never pulled a manga. And like I said, I don't expect to because I fully think that I've used up my TCG luck for a little while with the Gundam foil resource pull. Because that's a pretty high rarity pull. Kuzan and Gum Gum Giant. Every time I see a Tony Chopper, I'm like, can I add this to my Tony Chopper deck? But I can't. Law and Sakazuki. I haven't read the Sakazuki yet, actually. Odyssey. If you have 2 or more rested characters, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Oh, okay. So he just does the Sakazuki KO thing, but he works with the limb rested characters. Your character's coming into play rested ability. Interesting. It's like a fire alarm going off somewhere. Thankfully not in my apartment. But if things seem like they're on fire, I'll let you know. Oh, we got some special back here. Oh, okay. Altart Zoro Juro. Nice. Okay. So the searcher there. Yeah. Staple of the one of the better staples of like Red Purple Luffy. I think we ran this in back in the day. Stuff like that. Or maybe in the current day. Cool Altart. I don't think I'll use it, but I think this will be a good way to trade for some stuff I'm looking for. Hopefully at my local tonight. Here's our first pull. First decent pull of the box. I know we've got another SR Sanji in here. What am I? Oh, my purple got mixed up with my red. All right. I know we've got another SR Sanji because I saw his elbow. When you open a pack, you can see his elbow. I'll show you. The Sanji elbow is unmistakable. There's Clover, and look. Oh, look at that. What's that? I'll tell you what. It's Sanji's elbow. See? So we got another Sanji SR. I think it's my 3rd one. Good purple support. That goes in. That definitely goes in like Nico Robin as well. Maybe I'll build Nico Robin. That might be a fun deck to mess around with. I just, the thing is I just want to have something that, when I run into the Infinity Teaches at my local, I don't feel totally horrible playing. Sabo and then another Frankie. All right. So we are getting a lot of purple SRs. But I was hoping for at least one or two Shanks. And so none of those yet is kind of unfortunate. Because it is just SR, right? I mean, we pulled tons of SRs. There's a Mihawk, but just the Shanks and the Teach seem to be like on this like higher rarity level than the other SRs. I don't know. It's not showing up. Got the one Teach. No Shanks. I would trade my all my Adios for Shanks instead. Nami, and come on, we will fight you. There. Murder at the steam bath? What is going on? I don't know. I don't know what part of the show that's from. Silver's Rayleigh. At least I already have my playset of SR Rayleighs. I've been complaining about the Teaches a lot. What if I become the Teach? What if I am the Teach? Oh my gosh, it's a Van Auger, and it's another Teach. What if I am the Teach? What if I'm the Teach? Oh no, I'm becoming the Teach. I don't want to be the Teach. My packs are making me into the Teach. I'm scared. I need like a Shanks SR stat to get me out of this this mindset. I'm becoming what I loathe. Porcus D-Ace. All right, Doc Q. Hey! Okay, ask and you shall receive. All right, there's a Shanks. There's a Shanks. Maybe I just didn't complain enough. See, my will of D is complaints. It's more like the will of C for me. My complain hockey is strong. All right, so thanks. I needed that. So we pulled a Shanks. So maybe we're not leaning towards Teach anymore. We still do have more. It's got to even out. We got to get another Shanks somehow, some way. My era begins. Shut up, Teach. You can watch me open packs and go through an existential crisis. How great is that? Valo Pizarro. Check this guy out. Look at this guy. He's got quite the mustache. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep playing Vegapunk. Nah, I gotta play some of the OP09 leaders. Lucky Roo. Whoa, okay. Alt art Shanks. Sick. This will probably go in the deck. This is an alt art that I don't think I'm gonna be trading away. I think this is one that's going to stick around. That's cool. I like that. All right, let's put that in a sleeve. Okay. So we've evened out the Shanks and the Teaches. Box 3 is saving me here. I feel like I want 4 Shanks, though. I don't know. Do you run 4 Shanks? 4 10-cost Shanks in the Shanks deck? You just run 2. After playing the games I played last night, I feel like maybe you just run less. Because you still have to get there and survive. That's the thing. There's an Uta and Perona. One more Shanks. I feel like I get one more Shanks, and then the list is actually playable tonight. Although 2, it's playable, but maybe not great. 3, it's probably playable. I'm probably going to build it either way. I've got all the other pieces. There's Shanks, there's Lafitte, and there's Yasop. And I can always do things like, put in the Yasop. I can run some filler. Like I think, at my local tonight, everybody's going to be running some filler. The set just came out today, so. Apparently that Purple Brook is pretty decent. Let's read it. You may return 1 Dawn card to your Dawn deck. Give up to 2 of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power this turn. Oh, okay. Huh. That is interesting. You can run like a red-purple control build maybe or something. That is kind of fascinating. .Q. Oh, and another crocodile. Oh, well. I was like, oh, it's an SR. Please, please. Another Shanks. We get the Dawn in this pack. Luffy, the video game card, and the Dawn. I just want to run a Shanks deck with all Shanks-related Dawn, I think you could do that too. I've still got all the pieces for Dofi, but there's so many Dofis. I just can't get myself to build it. And the thing is, it looks like a fun aggro deck too. But we've got so many Dofis at locals for good reason. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited about Shanks. I think it's going to be seems like a higher skill cap kind of deck. There's a Lucky Root. Seems like a deck that, I'll lose a lot with initially, but when I get good with it, it's going to be pretty fun. And I kind of like decks like that. I don't like decks that kind of play themselves, I like to work for it when it comes to getting wins in card games. I like to lose for a couple weeks and then start doing better. Or I could play Buggy and just lose. I could do that. Jesus Burgess. Well, that's our third one. I mean, I've got enough to build I've definitely got enough to build an okay Teach deck. Like I said, I'm still missing the Laboons, but I can get some substitutions in there, I can make a weak Teach deck. Zoro and Adio. Oh man, wish I could trade all my Adios for Teaches and Shanks. All right, what do we got? 1,000 Sunny. Monster. Who's Monster? I have no idea who some of these characters are. Trafalgar Law. Who's Trafalgar? No, I know who Trafalgar Law is. Silver Israeli, Kuzan, and the Dawn. All right, I think it's 3 more packs. 3 more packs in the box. Box 3 delivered, though. Another Teach and 2 Shanks. Finally. Imagine getting 3 Shanks in one box. That would be incredible. Either way, this has been an incredible journey of pack opening today. It's been a roller coaster of emotion. It's another Nico Robin. I do want a set of that Nico Robin rare. Because like I said, that's a deck that I want to put together at some point too. I don't think we're going to get any more secret rares out of this. Maybe a last pack luck coming up here. This is a second to last pack. Would love to get another Roger. Black Hole. Cross Guild and Uta. All right. Okay. Oh, no secret rare in the back. Just a regular rare. No last pack luck as far as I can see. But, like I said, I think box 3 delivered. I think overall I got more or less what I needed to start the decks anyway. Build versions of it that are playable. And there's a Clover and a Yasup. Okay, yeah. I think that completes the playset of Yasups as well. So, weird. Over time, it's like been moving. Strange. So, looking at our box number 3, and to do an overall recap, we have got the big pulls from this one, where we got Alt Art Zorojiro, which is nice. We got the Alt Art Shanks, which is really nice. Got some other stuff. We got a Shanks, which is great. We got another Teach. That's our second Teach. And then some other SRs. Sanjis are good. I think the Frankies are playable. You know, I think I did pull enough to play Buggy too, but I'm not going to build Buggy, right? Right? I might build Buggy. Oh, heaven help me. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This is probably the coolest looking pull we got from the boxes here. And we got one Roger, which is great. So yeah, fun boxes to open. Thanks again to Lost Planet for sponsoring this video. Once more, check out their store, online info down below, and then you can go visit them yourself in Torrance, California if you're in the area. So go check it out. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great day. I'll be around soon with hopefully some recorded footage of some of the newer games that we'll get to play with OP9 stuff. So that'll be fun. All right, later.